Hey, Ivana community. So I wanted to do a video and follow up to my Massachusetts trip and show the different records, CDs, and tapes that I picked up during my trip. Of course, I went to visit Josh from JC Flipside Vinyl. Had a great time with Chris Prophy, hitting up Purchase Street Records, which the famed Purchase Street Records, which was just amazing. I know I've done a video about that in the past, so I won't go too much into it, but just wanted to show you what I picked up as I got the entire haul today in the mail. First record, this is Billy Idol, and it looks like it's a 12-inch single for Moni Moni. It's got different remixes on here. There is a live version, which I think was played on the radio quite a bit, but I'm a big Billy Idol fan, so I'm happy to grab that. This is an EP by U2. It's called The Unforgettable Fire, which was also the title of their fourth album. But this has what essentially, it looks like tracks that made up Wide Awake in America, so I'm not sure if this is an import, but it's got the Three Sunrises, The Unforgettable Fire, which is a studio version, a sort of Homecoming, which is recorded live, and a live, well actually no, I'm sorry, Love Come Tumbling, which was also on the Wide Awake in America, and a track called Bass Trap, which was not on that Wide Awake in America EP. Got a couple of Duran Duran 12 inches. This is Careless Memories, B-side, the cover of David Bowie's Fame, and a great B-side, one of my favorite Duran Duran B-sides, Canada. Very cool. This is also, and these sleeves, by the way, are in perfect condition. This is Planet Earth, the 12-inch, with Late Bar on the B-side. This is an EP. This is Duran Duran Carnival, which has remixes of Hungry Like the Wolf, Rio, Planet Earth, and Girls on Film. This is a 12-inch single for Billy Idol's White Wedding. It's got White Wedding parts 1 and 2 on side 1, and on side 2 it just has White Wedding part 2. One of my grails, this is Smiley Smile, the Beach Boys in mono. Yes, got this for a steal, like incredibly under $20. I can't even believe it, but that's just the generous guy that Roger is. Another Duran Duran 12-inch. This is for the Reflex. This has the dance mix of the Reflex, and then I believe just a studio version on it. I had this record before, but I did not have the gatefold, so this is the gatefold version of Listen Like Thieves. NXS's, I believe it was their fourth album. Another U2 12-inch. This is Angel of Harlem, and this has a room at the Heartbreak Hotel on the B-side, and Love Rescue Me. I love the artwork on these, alternate artwork on these 12 inches, and the Rattle and Hum font, which is very cool. Another grail, and this is a, like I say, $100 record easily, and I got it for less than $20 at Purchase Street Records. Can't even believe it. Has the Hype on it. This is a very hard to find OMD best of. The only real new track on here is Dreaming, but you do have the single mixes of Electricity and Messages on here, as well as Tesla Girls is also a single remix on that compilation. Billy Idol's first album, this is the one with White Wedding on it. It also has, it's the American version or the North American version with Dancing with Myself as the last track. Another Billy Idol EP. This has got Moni Moni, Baby Talk, Untouchables, and Dancing with Myself on it. This is an import, a 12-inch single of Money for Nothing by Dire Straits. This has tour dates on it actually, but it's got Money for Nothing, the full-length version on side A, and then a live version of Espresso Love on the B-side. See import. Very cool. This was one of my RSD purchases. This is Devo. Oh no, it's Devo, their second album. It is a picture disc. I don't normally buy picture discs, but I have never seen this album either on Amazon or out in the wild, so I wanted to grab it. This is a gift from Josh. This is Skid Row, the B-sides, Beside Ourselves. And it looks like this was a Rocktober, I think an RSD release. My very first Skid Row vinyl record. Starting to get into Skid Row. I know a lot of people in the VC like their music, and I'm getting more into heavy metal, so I can't wait to check that out. Some more VCLT from Josh. And when he first showed this to me, I was kind of got distracted, or I mean, there were other records I was looking at, and I thought, oh, Arthur Buck, I've never heard of him. Well, actually, this is a collaboration between Joseph Arthur and Peter Buck of REM. I have no idea who Joseph Arthur is, but I'm a huge REM fan, so I am very thrilled to have a what looks like a solo collaboration from Peter Buck. So definitely, if Josh says it's good, it is awesome. So can't wait to spin that one. Another VCLT from Josh's favorite band, Lucero. Can't wait to spin this one. This is their most recent album. It's called When You Found Me. I've never heard this. I've only heard a handful of Lucero tracks. So this is another one that I can't wait to get on the turntable. Another gift from Josh. This is the Tom Tom Club. I had this album when I was younger, and it's got Pleasure of Love on it, which had a very cool video on MTV. Of course, this is two members of the Talking Heads, Tina Weymouth and Chris Franz, I believe it was, their side project, but very cool on the Sire Records label. Speaking of REM, this is a 12-inch single for Fall on Me, a track from Life's Rich Pageant. And you've got Fall on Me on side A, and then I am not sure what is on side B, but I'm going to check it out. It has Just Fall on Me on here, so it must have, this must be like a promotional 12-inch that doesn't have any B-sides on it, but I don't care, because as you know, I am a collector of 12-inch singles. So love that artwork there. And another gift from Josh. This is the second time I am getting this 4-way Anal Touch Fight album. I heard it the first time, but maybe it's time for me to revisit this. But look at the people who have already signed off on here who have played it. We got the Vinyl Verse, Mazzy, Ryan Dye, some of the handwriting I can't read. The local, I can't even read. My eyesight is terrible, but it says, please burn this smut. Got Swellheads, Logan from Swellheads Network, back when his channel was called Swellheads Network. Cosmic Brian, even. I got Cosmic Brian's autograph. I want to hang on to this album just to have Cosmic Brian's autograph on here. I love Cosmic Brian. If you haven't checked out Cosmic Brian's channel, you are doing yourself a disservice. He's got some hilarious, cool-ass videos. Check him out, as the other people on here. You got Gary, Physical Format Rock and Roll. You know how awesome Gary is. And, of course, Josh was the last person to own this record. Chris Profi, it's made its way around to him as well. Aaron Mutha Alamere, you've seen him on my channel. So very cool to be able to add my name to that cool roster of VC icons. Another U2 12-inch. This is, I still haven't found what I'm looking for, from the Joshua Tree. And the other tracks on here are Spanish Eyes and Deep in the Heart. Then this is the debut full-length album from the Smithereens. I love this album. I've been a huge Smithereens fan for a long time. This has Strangers Who Want Me Meet. Behind the Wall of Sleep, I believe, had a video on MTV. There's a collaboration with Suzanne Vega in A Lonely Place on here. It's definitely retro, like 60s pop. if you like the Who, the Kinks, the Beatles, 60s, mid-60s Beatles era, Who, Kinks, Rolling Stones a little bit. They name checked Bill Wyman on Behind the Wall of Sleep. But just very cool. I've seen them live twice. Unfortunately, Pat Denizio, their lead singer, passed away about 5 years ago. So I don't think we're going to get any more music from the Smithereens. But they have about, I don't know, 6 or 7 studio albums of original material. They also do a cover album of Meet the Beatles, a cover album of The Who's Tommy. So they are definitely a cool band to check out. Got this from the Psychedelic Furs, Talk, Talk, Talk. This is their second studio album. This has Pretty in Pink on it, the original version, not the version that appears in the movie. Mr. Jones, Into You Like a Train, Dumb Waiters, She Is Mine. Great album. Never saw this in the wild. I have it on CD. Now I have it also on vinyl. Very cool. Some more VCLT from Josh. Josh generously gifted this to me. I don't know if this is a RSD release or just a cool release. It's like a, what do we call this? A 10-inch record, and it has a collaboration. I don't even know if it's a collaboration or if somebody just took the separate versions, Motorhead's version and Ozzy's version, and mashed them together, and then you have the separate version, Motorhead's version of Hellraiser and Ozzy's version of Hellraiser on the B-side. And I picked up a couple cover variations of Synchronicity. This one happens to be on the purple vinyl. If you hold it up to a light, it's got a purple tint to it. So love that variation. And this is another cover variation. And yet another color variation. I think it'd be cool to collect all 30 at some point, but I don't know that that'll ever happen. All right, 12 inches more. This is See You by Depeche Mode from their second album, A Broken Frame. This has See You, Now This Is Fun on the A side, and The Meaning of Love and See You. I think the See You on side 1 is a bit of an extended version, but very cool. I don't see early Depeche Mode 12 inches often, but I found that one in the basement, or I should say Josh found it and gave it to me because they knew I would want it. Duran Duran, this is their album from 1988, Big Thing, another album of them as a trio. Love some of the songs on here. I Don't Want Your Love and All She Wants Is were the big singles off here, but I really like this. Some people think it's a weak Duran Duran album. I disagree. I love this record and very happy to get it on vinyl. Another RSD pickup. This is Thomas Dolby. I'm a huge Thomas Dolby fan. This is a 12-inch of Hyperactive. You've got Hyperactive, Heavy Breather, Subversion mix on side A, and then a 2009 remaster of Hyperactive on side B, along with the 2009 remaster of White City on side B. Love that. And the Smiths, The World Won't Listen. This is a double album. This is a UK version of the North American Louder Than Bombs album, which is basically a collection of their singles, but stuff that was not available in North America except on this record was an instrumental track called Money Changes Everything, which actually Johnny Marr contributed to Brian Ferry of Roxy Music, his Beta Noir album. And Brian Ferry and Johnny Marr took this instrumental track, Money Changes Everything, and turned it into a track with vocals called The Right Stuff, the first track on the second side of the Beta Noir album. But there's also a version of, I forget if it's Stretch Out and Wait, or there's a track on here that's got alternate lyrics, and I can never remember which one it is. But those are the two tracks that were not available in North America, except for that compilation. I got a couple of cassettes. we went to a flea market, and they had a guy there who was a vendor who had all these amazing sealed cassettes. This is Psychedelic Furs, The World Outside, sealed in mint condition. This was a charity album, which I had on cassette at one time from the 1980s, and then it just disappeared. But you got Kate Bush on here, Duran Duran, Lou Reed, Peter Gabriel, Mark Knopfler, Erasure, Jackson Brown, Nick Kershaw, David Gilmour, Chet Atkins, Joan Armatrading. It's called The Secret Policeman's Third Ball. I think these were a series of concerts in the 80s, but that's a great lineup. Got a sealed copy of OMD's The Pacific Age, an album that a lot of people shit on, but I happen to think it's great. Sealed cassette of the House Martins' first album, Hull London 0 Hull 4 with the Hype sticker on it, which is very cool. And then this one I actually found at a, I think it was called, I don't even remember the record store that Josh and I visited on our last day on Sunday. It's not coming to me. I'm having a brain freeze at the moment. But this is a cassette that I have been looking for a while. This is Organization, OMD's second album. Found that on cassette for $2. This is a purple copy of the White Album. I just noticed I didn't show this one. This is a purple label, capital copy of the White Album. Title's not embossed. There's no number on here. So this is a late 70s pressing of the White Album. Trying to get all the different pressings. I think this is like my 8th or 9th copy of the White Album. But the cover is in clean shape. It's got the poster. It's got the photographs. So very happy about that. And then Josh gifted me a couple of CDs. This is Skid Row's first album, obviously. I'm getting into Skid Row, so I'm going to be playing this and hopefully dig it as much as they do. Found this copy at a record store. Again, it's a chain, but I can't think of the name of it. Damn it. Anyway, this is an OG pressing of Iron Maiden's Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Getting more into Iron Maiden. So very cool that I grabbed that. Josh gifted me this. This is, of course, Slide It In. The Whitesnake album. Had that on cassette, but now happy to have it on CD. And then some VCLT that Josh sent me this week. This is a band called Phantogram. And the album is called 3. Think Lana Del Rey if she were to do synth pop. It's almost like an updated version of Yaz. There's a gentleman on here. I don't know if they're a married couple. I don't know the entire backstory of this band, but I can tell you this CD is very cool. If you like synth pop, more modern synth pop, you know, like I say, the vocalist reminds me a little bit of Lana Del Rey, but very cool. So all in all, a very successful trip. Thanks so much, Josh, for taking us to Purchase Street Record and all the thrift stores and other record stores in the area. But fantastic trip. Hope you are all doing well. I got to go file all these records now. So hope you're doing great. Have a great weekend and take care.